Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Ashar Iqbal and I'm doing a presentation or a video on our assignment for nuclear engineering. In 2014, 4 nuclear power plants will be operating. So for this project, we're going to propose a new electrical sector by 2016 for 2016 electrical sector. We will talk about how to reduce emission and how to cope with demand growth and capacity growth. So we are using Finland. According to our research, Finland has 4 nuclear power reactors that they started using on 1977. So we are going to use Finland as our reference for this report. So Finland has about 130,666 mile square, while Malaysia have 127,724 miles square. So the size of the country are about the same, and they have 4 power plants. So Malaysia, the 4 type of power plants that Malaysia will be building is BWR, boiling water plant. So by using Finland as reference, as we can see from here, this is the electrical sector from 1973 to 2009 for Finland. So from here we can see 1977, where the first nuclear power is introduced, or the nuclear power plant. There is a 10% increase in the usage or generation of the electricity by nuclear power plant. So until 1982, where 4 power plant is completed. So we can see on 1982, it is about 27%. So we can see about average 5.4% increase every year until all 4 power plants is finished. So from 1982 to 2009, we can see actually a very steady and stable growth because the power plants are all established and properly utilized. So the percentage increase is about 1% per year. So this is on 2013. Nuclear power consists of 32% of total electrical sector for Finland. So for Malaysia, since Malaysia by 2014 has 4 power plants operated immediately, we can safely assume that the increase in the dependent on nuclear power is quite high, which is about 20% immediately. And by 2016, the nuclear power is actually about 30% of the total electrical sector, and 35% is by natural gas, and 30% by coal, and the rest 2% and 1% each is by petroleum, hydroelectricity, and biomass for the generated electricity. So here is the capacity for 2016, where we have coal about 37%, petroleum about 6%, nuclear power 31%, and hydro and natural gas, which is 39%. So here, as we know, there is 1.1% increase in demand and capacity annually. So we calculate it by adding 1.1% every year until 2016, and this is the total generated generation, which is 140,075 gigawatts, and while for capacity, the total capacity is 30,451 gigawatt.
Hello, my name is Nico Irwan. I'm here to explain about coping with the electricity demand and capacity growth rate. So based on both 2012 and 2016 observation, both coal and natural gas capacity are much greater than its generation production. Since the demand and capacity increases 1.1%, annually, as stated in the question, we need to find approaches to cope with these variables. So there are several ways that we proposed on solving it, which are include, first and foremost, by introducing more green energy movers, or we call it sustainable energy, into the country, which we can see from the forecast that we have done in the report. It helped in a way, it helped in coping with the capacity demand. Sorry, in helping with the capacity growth rate. Secondly, the government's role in solving this matter is highly related. A country will be able to save a lot of generation loss by simply having a proper planning, thorough and effective in conducting the plan, in satisfying the demand. By studying previous data and forecasting into the future also helps. It would definitely help in meeting the demand growth. For example, data shows nuclear power has the effect in coping with the demand. It may not be much, but since we've been using it, it shows a positive changes based on the electrical generation. So why not we invest more in or on building more nuclear power plants instead? Lastly, instead of investing or building our own traditional power plant, which contribute to the harmful emission of greenhouse gases, why don't we just take an approach on buying green nuclear energy or any energy from neighboring country? From there we can cut costs, save a lot of fund to do more other development in the country.
For example, Germany.
For example, what Germany doing now, they're buying nuclear energy from France. From that also, we are able to be more exposed to nuclear energy and also have better understanding in handling it, since we already installed 4 power plants in our country itself now. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, hello, my name is Muhammad Haziq and I will be representing about the greenhouse gas emission. So to prevent emission, the methods are by using nuclear power, natural gas, and also by energy conservation. Therefore, to reduce 50% of the gas emission by 2020, 6.25% reduction annually is needed. So the average of carbon dioxide produced by electricity sources is 0.6 kg per kilowatt hour. In order to reduce 50% emissions, 35% of carbon dioxide produced by coal and natural gases must be reduced. Another 50% is to reduce the usage of air conditioning, vehicle, etc. that can lead to greenhouse emissions. In 2016, we can see the reduction of coal and natural gas by 10% compared to 2012 generation. So we can say that by using the nuclear power plant can reduce the greenhouse gas emission by 2020. The government should play important role to manage the nuclear electricity sector in the future, while at the same time, the gas emission also can be reduced because the dependence of nuclear power. Thank you.